Hi again, Emily. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Emily. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for coming in for you, making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not used to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sorry told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back to her seat. Don't worry, guys. Emily always gives me the best as long as she's having fun. She helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Is that... You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Emily became good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems obvious to the weird situation just it puts me into. Oh, Yuri didn't even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make you happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book and thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it could keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how a girl actually being so cute. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I just looked at the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to get some scheduled activities for the club. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Sorry and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her tense expression like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Man. No one wants to be bothered today. I slid into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with some literature read about myself like this? I guess I could always read some book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Yuri's conversation with Monica. They're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. Festival is our chance to show everyone the literature is all about. The problem is the idea of the literature club seems too intense in school. But it's not like that at all, We just need the way to showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to our creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they came, we did things but to speak to the creative minds. Excuse me. Satori is taking this really seriously. Sorry to hear a dull reading like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, don't you think we will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could do cupcakes? Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? How can I speak to my creative tummy? Things it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out our details of the event itself. I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. And therein lies the expected admission. I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble, who has to find any emotion at all, Sayori puts her mind to things to make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fought him out of the chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does we'll have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll get used to it. See, that's so loud. I glance over to see Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, are you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. Every day since past like how you've been gotten up on time. It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least you gave me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? We're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your brow isn't straight either. And there is a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe up the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want you to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you think you don't... I don't want to read that. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'm starting to bite from the top. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. What the? This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. We're happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to like put it near her chest. This thing even fit you properly. It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you will have to notice sooner than it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better, bro. So, it's so stuffy. It's not worth it all. That was obvious. Phew! That's so much better. Sorry, puts her arms around and twirls around, so if I keep a bit up, so I won't have... I'm not gonna read that. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had... I'm not gonna read that shit. And you would take care of me, but then anyone else would anyway. Then that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, I just want to try to wake up a little earlier. Only if you keep folks on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really better at taking care of each other, and then we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you could come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay. Emily, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. By the way, did you remember our poem last night? Yeah. Relaxation ends. Sorry, I can really read that. Well, now I guess everyone's right. Why don't we find someone else to share with? I can't wait. I really feel like reading that peep, so you guys can pause and read that if you're open to. Oh. Yeah, I guess I can do, Yuri. Yuri starts the poem. A minute passed, and more than time for her to finish the reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to pull out my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why don't you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. She buried her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that some notes we haven't got anywhere. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that we were writing specific habits that's usually typical for new writers. And having it through that myself, I've kind of learned to pick up on them. I think you're the most relevant thing at organizing new words, so I guess let's try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to write a style separate from body, conform to two together. Sorry, I'm not really reading that much of this. I'm sorry, peeps. Of course, it's not something you'd be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing to even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning example and trying new things. It's also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can give you a big base though. Best? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Sorry, it's fine. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I let the sharp thoughts cross behind it. Don't know if I can really read that piece, but feel free to pause and read that if you want. I'm sorry I had such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read the script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I like the poem. Even if it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. This is our first time writing something a little more mild. Some music this is, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story wasn't a ghost at all, Emily. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But remember, the poets really press in their own thoughts, feelings, and experience work. They usually would do to a simple story. I have to adjust myself in my chair, peeps. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is usually being simply compared to a ghost. Lingering in the last piece of comfort, unable to get let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more slim putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Okay, I'm gonna take another drink. Come on, peeps. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on those things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. But I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Yeah, peeps. I think it's been 30 minutes in this video. Yeah. I guess I can finish the rest of these two and then I'll end the video. Alright, I think I'm gonna show this to Sayori now. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Emily. I love it. I have no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri was way more, opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it because I just wrote it? Well, it's just because part of it. I think I understand you better than other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Emily poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your things in it. Sorry, hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really just happy you just wrote one. It just reminds me of really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Here, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet because it just doesn't mean I break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Emily. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Not knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That's my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright, peeps, I'm gonna scroll down. You guys can pause and read and all that if you want. I want breakfast. Wow. Sayori, this is just a guess, but do you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes you a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came on eyes or how I should put it. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's is the best. Yeah, but the next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, I plan to show Monica last. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not what I said was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I will need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks I have to be all so hard and stuff. Some people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make the message less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you does great things is really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice words about simple writing, and that puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the bling in like last line. So you did? I guess more went to it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect to be the youngest one here, didn't you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her within the last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud when I take that away from her. Alright, peeps. Last but not least is Monica. Hi, Emily. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestion for the club, like notarials or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow and I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Emily. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's sort of a barrier we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I would be surprised if you had all sorts of things in common. Ah, well, it may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's kind of the vibe when I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing and kind of gentle feel into it. I can tell that she likes exploring with I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knows that someone will be happy to enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It would take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a style that suits you. Everyone else might be getting a little bit blazed around their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you if what's mine suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in a new way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, and that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really into that kind of person ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Yeah, it is a lot of poems that you've been embarrassed down to time of 2 words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I'm kind of a employee recently. It's been food singing my poems a bit. Empathy? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better and friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you have writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too focused on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it so permanent, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you might just get a big dark puddle of ink. So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.